Homework. Every student's favorite and every teacher's favorite for that matter. It can be really tough to think of really fun, creative, and still useful homework ideas. So today, let me share 5 of my favorite fun, creative homework ideas for ESL students. My name is Megan. I've been an ESL teacher in China for 10 years. I make videos all about advice and ideas for ESL teachers, and we talk about everything about being an ESL teacher. Today I want to share 5 creative homework ideas that you can use again and again and again and again. Number 1, and this is one of my favorites, is just to use an English song. You can do this in a variety of ways. Just tell the students that their homework is to listen to an English song, any song they like, and write down 5 new vocabulary words that they used from the song. I just used this last week, and the students really loved it. They also love having the chance to explore and share a little bit of their personality as well. So while I'm checking homework, I get to talk with the students a little bit about the songs that they like, and it's just fun time, and you would be surprised. Sometimes the vocabulary is super useful. Another way you can go about this is, instead of having students choose any song they like, you can give them a specific song and have them do something with it. For example, Brad Paisley wrote "Letter to Me," and I actually have an entire lesson plan on this song. I have made a video about it. I'll link it in the cards and down below. But in the song, he writes a letter to his high school self, and he imagines if he could give himself some advice. So you could have students listen to the song, "Letter to Me," and then write down the 3 pieces of advice they wish they could give themselves in the past. Another song that's really good for this is Tim McGraw's "Live Like You Are Dying." I also have an entire lesson plan based on this one. I don't have a video for it yet, but I do have the article linked below. In this song, a man finds out that he is dying, and so he decides that he's going to do everything he's always wanted to do. You know, he'll go skydiving, he's going to go bull riding, and he does all of these crazy things. Maybe you could have students write down 3 things that are on their bucket list. Another really fun song is Jason Mraz's "Life is Beautiful," where he just describes all the beautiful things in life. Casey Musgraves, I believe, also has another song that's similar to this. But have students write down 3 things that they think is really beautiful. Now, what I really like about these types of exercises is that it can be a really great warm-up activity for the next class. So during the next class, when we warm up, I just have the students turn to each other and share the 3 things that you think are beautiful about life. Share the 3 things that are on your bucket list, and creates a really fun conversation starter that students are already prepared for, and it's a great way to kick off the next class. The second thing you can do is have students watch a TV show. Again, I let them choose whatever TV show they like because it's really fun for students to find enjoyment in learning English. Learning English can get really discouraging at times, and when you're going to class and you're just constantly being bombarded by grammar and vocabulary, it's fun to take a little bit of a break and kind of remember that learning English can be enjoyable, and also learning English has the goal of being able to communicate with people. It's not all about the exams and writing homework and preparing presentations. So have students watch a TV show that they like and write down some things about it. Maybe they're writing down 5 vocabulary words that they learned. Maybe they're writing down 5 phrases that they found really interesting. This is a great chance for them to learn things like idioms or really common phrases like "I put my foot in my mouth." This could also be used to practice storytelling and explanation as well. So maybe have students write down a general idea of the plot. In doing this, they have to make sure their ideas are very organized. They have to be careful of verb tense and use everything in the past tense. Another thing you could do is you could have students explain the plot of the episode that they watched to their partner in the next class. Another thing you can do is have students focus on the characters and describe them, especially if you've been focusing on adjectives lately. Have students take one character from the TV show and write down 5 adjectives, 10 adjectives to describe them. You know, are they impulsive? Are they easily irritated? You know, are they angry? What are their personality traits? Now, this third one might be a unique choice, and this is to find and write down an English joke. Now, I don't always use this one, and I definitely would only use it like once a semester or once a year because this can get old to do again and again. But have students go online and search for English jokes. Tell them to find one that they do understand and bring it to class. Next class, they have to tell their partner about it, and if their partner doesn't understand, they have to explain the joke. This somehow works really well for really low-level students sometimes, but most of the time I will reserve this for higher level students. And what's great about this one is that it helps students understand the idea of a pun or understand the idea of a double meaning. And it's just a really fun, different homework assignment, but I would definitely just recommend this for higher level students. Number 4 is a really fun one as well, and this is to go people watching. So tell students to go outside sometime during the weekend or during the day and just watch people. You can give them a different focus for what they should be looking for as well. Let's say we're talking about adjectives. Have students describe the different people that they see or describe one person that they see. If you're talking about clothes, I always have this as the homework for clothes. But if you're talking about clothes, have students go outside, see someone's outfit, and then describe the entire outfit that they are wearing. What's really great about this is that it requires students to think about English in the world around them. They're not just inside the classroom or inside their room studying English. They're going outside, looking around at real things and saying, oh, do I know how to say that? Like, how do I describe the polka dots? How do I describe red vertical stripes? Like, how do I describe these things that I see every day? It kind of opens their mind to what they know in English and also what they don't know in English as well. If you want to take this one a step further, you could also have students imagine things about the people that they are watching, and this is really fun. I usually save this one for higher level students. So have students go outside, choose somebody, describe what they look like, but you could also have them describe what they imagine they're like as a person. What's their job? What are their hobbies? Are they married? And this is really, really fun because you can look at someone wearing a suit and say, oh, okay, I think he is a business person. I think he works in finance. You look at someone who's really, really fit and you think, I think their hobby must be running or going to the gym. You see someone who looks really studious and they think, I think she enjoys reading. I think he enjoys reading. Things like that make it really fun. And again, we're taking English outside of the classroom and we're putting it into a real world context. The last idea, number 5, also brings students out into the world, and that is to do a picture scavenger hunt. Every time I have done this, my students have been so delighted. They love this assignment. They think it's so much fun. So give students a list of things that they need to find, over the weekend or throughout the coming week, and they have to take pictures once they find it. When they come back to the classroom and the homework is due, they can show you the pictures or they can show each other the pictures and explain things to their partners. If you have an unprecedented amount of time, you could have students submit the pictures to you, but I usually just walk around the room and I'm like, hey, show me your 5 pictures. And really quickly on their phone, they just show me the 5 pictures that they've taken. Now for this one, I usually do make a category for this. And this is completely up to you. I've done this before where we have talked about different topics. So if our topic was about food, I had them take pictures of 5 things that they ate this week. And again, this is really fun for bringing English into their daily life. They're taking a picture of a taco and they find out that they don't know how to say this in English. They're taking a picture of this type of sauce and they realize they don't know how to say that in English. And so it's a good practice for them to see what they know and what they don't know. You could add to this assignment and have students actually write down or describe the things that they are seeing, because then they need to look up the vocabulary words to be able to describe it. So you could use this for specific vocabulary. Let's say you're talking about food. I have a lesson where we talk about travel and we talk about all the things that you need to bring with you, like daily life things like shampoo or a toothbrush. You could have them take pictures of things like that. You could also set a location as well, and and you could say they have to take pictures of 5 household items or 5 classroom items or 5 things that you'll see at a library, 5 things that you'll see at a restaurant. And again, they're looking for vocabulary words that they can describe in English. And if you want, you can make this really abstract as well. Again, if you're talking about adjectives, have a list where it says, find something sad, find something delicious, find something frustrating. And if you're looking for higher level vocabulary words, you can do that too. Find something that makes you feel discouraged. Find something that is extraordinary. And this is also just really fun because it allows students to share a little bit of their own opinion. When they come back to class, they have to explain to their partner or explain to you why this thing is frustrating, why they think this thing is extraordinary. For all of these assignments, we're not just going over vocabulary and translating and talking about grammar and doing exercises in a book. Instead, we're trying to take learning outside of the classroom, and we're trying to make learning a little bit more fun, a little bit more interesting, and also highly personalized. Because when students are talking to each other in English, they're often focused on the set categories that we have in our lessons. Like, you must talk about food. You must talk about careers. You must talk about jobs. But in the real world, we talk about the TV shows that we're watching. We talk about what we want to eat for lunch. We talk about the different people that we see around us. We talk about the clothes that people are wearing. And so bringing English outside of the classroom with some creative homework ideas not only helps their English, but it can also give students a little bit of a breath of fresh air, and to have a fun, interesting homework assignment can be a definite win for you. Go ahead and try some of these ideas. If you have any suggestions, maybe you've been a teacher for a while and you have some really great creative homework ideas, leave them in the comments down below. We can all learn from each other. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. You can also come back here for weekly videos all about ESL planning and teaching. That's all for today. Bye.